The Theory of Everything by Dr. Alon Giladi.
Article 3. Wonders and Miracles and Other Vegetables. The Foundations of the Einsteinian Era. Almost exactly 120 years ago, a young 26-year-old student was working for the patent office in Zurich, Switzerland. He had just completed a degree in physics, a degree that in modern terms is probably equivalent to a combination of a bachelor's and master's degree. At the same time, he was required to complete his doctoral thesis in some field. In these conditions, the young man found time to write 4 articles. These 4 articles made him one of the most famous figures of the 20th century and gave the year 1905 its well-known nickname, the Year of Wonders. In that year, Albert Einstein's theory of special relativity appeared on the map of history. When looking at these 4 papers, it becomes clear that the 4th paper, the shortest of them, is the one that contains the most famous formula associated with Einstein. Energy, E, equals mass, m, times the speed of light, c squared. This formula, which is most commonly associated with the special theory of relativity, is not accurate even according to Einstein's own method. At this point, it is worth noting a key fact. The Nobel Prize in Physics was not awarded to Einstein for the theory of relativity, but for another of the 4 papers, the one dealing with the photoelectric effect. In this paper, Einstein showed that light is not a continuous phenomenon, but operates in frequencies, in quantities, in quanta. In the special theory of relativity, Einstein argued that the time of a body moving at speed varies, as does space. In other words, the traveler's time is lengthened and his space is shortened, relative to a stationary observer. This is the heart of the sensational innovation of the special theory of relativity. Time is not fixed, space is not fixed. Both change. Between the formulation of the special theory of relativity in 1905 and the formulation of the general theory of relativity in 1915, Albert Einstein's "much water in the Jordan" passed, in a borrowed phrase. This water passed through a central and well-known station, the thought of his teacher, Hermann Minkowski. Minkowski determined that after the publication of the special theory of relativity, we are now in a new reality of space-time. When Einstein heard the blood, he called it with a certain disdain mathematician's geometry, an expression of reservation and even disdain. However, after years of intellectual debate and conflict with mathematicians, a field that was not central to his early work, Einstein arrived at the general theory of relativity in 1915. According to this theory, the universe is not governed by gravity in the classical sense, but rather exists as a structure of space-time that warps in the presence of mass and energy. Space-time itself becomes, according to this view, the fundamental structure of the entire universe.
All rights reserved to Dr. Alon Giladi.